Good afternoon, ladies and gents. My name is Dan, and this is Blue Goji Summer Thursdays. Hope you guys are having a good July 3rd, and hope you're going to be enjoying the fireworks and the day off tomorrow. We're live from a very rainy and thundery Austin, Texas right now. But let's get this ball rolling, shall we? Our doc today is going to be relatively simple. We're going to start out with with Creature Crunch. Then we're going to shift into some nice explosions with Go Battle. Then we're going to take a bit of a break by shifting into Castle Cart, and then finally we're gonna finish it off with a hard race in Go Bikes. So without further ado, let's get this ball rolling, and let's load up Creature Crunch. The lobby is already up, so if you guys do want to join in, just load up Creature Crunch, hit that button at the top right that says Join Tournament, and as soon as I see your name pop up in the lobby, we'll let you in, and we will see people start. We will hopefully see you guys rolling in and competing shortly. So while we wait for people to trickle into the lobby, everyone knows that tomorrow is the 4th of July, when our nation's Independence Day, when the Declaration of Independence was signed back in 1776. But did you guys know that there are 65 countries worldwide that celebrate independence from Great Britain or the United Kingdom? That's about once every 6 days on average. In fact, our neighbor to the north, Canada, actually celebrated their Independence Day just earlier this week, back on July 1st, a day that they call Canada Day. So we're going to give it about a couple more minutes just to see if any more people trickle in. But as soon as 2:05 rolls around, we're going to get this party started. Alright, looks like we're holding steady, so I'm going to get this game started. Match starts in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. So if you guys haven't played Creature Crunch before, and maybe this is the first stream that you're watching, Creature Crunch is a number combination game. You're going to combine your 1s and 2s to get 3s, and then keep those numbers doubling. It goes 3, 6, 12, 24, etc. One of the best tips that I've used in the past already with Creature Crunch is to keep the high numbers in the corner. That way you're going to kind of minimize a lot of the lateral movement and just keep merging everything towards that corner piece. And that way you're not going to have your high number isolated on an island in the middle when you have a bunch of 24s and 12s that are surrounding it, preventing it from being merged together. But it looks like Jay Collins is off to a massive lead so far with 129,000 points. Guest 340 just sadly has already been eliminated with a score of 38,700. but it's still neck and neck. It's still anyone's game. Guest 554 and B Ringgold are matching each other with around 80,000 points each, as Jay Collins is still tearing ahead with over 250,000 points now, as Guest 554 ends their run with 80,100 points. B Ringgold, you've still, as long as you can keep those pieces moving, you're still in this. But right now, Jay Collins has a commanding lead of over 200,000 points. But B Ringgold is catching up. He's starting to narrow that gap slightly. But keep it up, guys. The more points that you get are from the bigger pieces. So if you're able to merge some of the higher tier titles, like the 48s and the 96s or the 192s, or even higher, you're going to get a lot more points than that. And Jay Collins just ended his run at 328,000 points. You've got 180,000 points to make up, B Ringgold. It's up to you. If you've got almost 7.5 minutes to do it. Oh, and B Ringgold runs out of moves, and that is it. Jay Collins ends up taking the first game. There it is. So congratulations to Jay Collins with a score of 328,000 points. So let's get this next game started. Once again, the lobby is up, and we will see you guys in here momentarily. Alright, gonna give it about another minute to see if anyone else decides to wants to join into this competition. But we are just about ready to get started with Game 2 of Creature Crunch. Once again, if you're just joining us and you do have one of those Goji Play bikes that's right in hand, just launch up Creature Crunch and hit the button in the top right that says Join Tournament. You'll be able to join the competition and be able to see your name on stream and hopefully take one of the top spots for the games. Alright, let's get this party started. We are launching the game and it is going live in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. So Jay Collins had a commanding lead and won the first match, but it looks like it's anyone's game. For a moment there, all the scores were completely tied up, but right now Guest 478 is way out in front with over 23,000 points, followed by Jake Collins, and B Ringgold and Guest 672 are fighting for the back, but it's still a very close match, and anyone can take this very easily, as B Ringgold jumped to the head for a split second there before Jake Collins is now in first, and Now guess 478. Like I said, it is very close. Just keep crunching those numbers, guys. I can already see that this is going to be a very close game. But right now, guess 478 at the just finishes with 78,600 points. And B. Ringgold is in first. Oh, but Jay Collins passed him with 102,000 points on the nose. Then we've got guess 76. Oh, B. Ringgold and guess 672 are just fighting for second place right now. That gap is still very narrow, just 20,000 points separating first and second place. Just keep crunching those numbers and keep moving forward. Make sure that you're not trapping yourself in with a bunch of 1s and 2s in really bad spots. But guess 672 in the lead with 156,600, with B. Ringgold in second and Jay Collins in third. This is a very close game. Only 14,000 points separates first and third place. Guess 672 is expanding that lead, sitting at 191,700. And B. Ringgold biting back, taking first for a split second. But like I said, there's only 12,000 points separating those two. Jay Collins is falling a little bit further behind, but he's still in the running as long as he doesn't trap himself out. Guess 672 with 215,400 ends his run. Can B. Ringgold pass him? He has 900 points to go. He's tied with first. Can B. Ringgold just merge one more and take it? And he is in first with 224,400. Jay Collins is right behind him. This is going to be very close. This is going to be a battle for first place, as both competitors are very, very skilled with this game. You can tell already. There is about 23,000 points separating first and second right now, and it is neck and neck. Jay Collins with 276,000, 278,400. B. Ringgold with 264,600. There's 20,000 points. That gap is starting to widen a little bit. If B. Ringgold is able to keep in there, keep that gap narrow, keep those high numbers getting crunched together, making sure that he's got enough room for flexibility, for pieces to be moved around. As long as that's able to be done, there we go. That gap closes within 6,000 points as B. Ringgold jumps into first place with 386,400 and takes the win with 386,400 points. Nice job, B. Ringgold. So we are going to do one more round of Creature Crunch. See if we can get a new first place winner, or if B. Ringgold or Jay Collins is going to be able to take their second win of the series. Just going to give it about a minute, see if we have anyone else joining into the tournament, and then we will get this started shortly. Alright, let's get this final round of Creature Crunch started. Game is starting in 3, 2, 1, and we're live. We've got two new faces as well, with Whale and Pink Kitty joining in. But right now we've got a very, very close match right off the rip, as Jay Collins, B. Ringgold, and Guest 759, and now Pink Kitty were easily within just a few thousand points of each other. Pink Kitty finishing with 6,900 points. But we have, interestingly enough, two Guest 759. That probably won't be confusing at all. But we do have Guest 759, Jay Collins, and B Ringgold all competing just within thousands of points within each other. Then Whale and the other Guest 759 are catching up the rear. But as long as you guys have moves, as long as you can keep merging those numbers, keep crunching those creatures, you still have a chance, as Guest 759 takes a commanding lead with 91,800 up to 93,000, with B Ringgold and Jay Collins following up in second and third place. Jay Collins is trying to close that gap a little bit, and he did, with B Ringgold actually taking first with 119,000 and Guest 759 retaking it with 120,000. It is close. It is neck and neck between those three players. They are so close to each other. Just keep crunching those numbers. Make sure that you've got the open space. Make sure that you've got that you're planning out your moves ahead of time. You've got 10 seconds per move. You don't need to act immediately. You can think about your next move. But we have Guest 759 and Guest 759 currently in first and second place with 158,000. Oh, and Whale takes first place with a commanding 203,700 points. Guest 759 is sitting in second and third with 165 and 162,000, as one of them ends up completing their run with 163,500 points. The other one finishes with 179,400. Jay Collins finishes with 159,000 even. So now it's down to two. We have Whale in first with 247. Oh, up to 330,600 points, with B Ringgold falling behind with 193.5. As long as this isn't that insurmountable, just one really big merge, and that will get you that will make up that difference very easily. But Whale is starting to charge ahead with 351,300, but he finishes his run. B Ringgold just has 130,000 points to make up. If he's able to do that, then he will take this game. Just make sure that you're taking it slow, be methodical, think about your moves, make sure that you're not putting yourself into a corner, make sure that you're not trapping yourself with individual moves that will cause you to lose in about 3 steps. But right now, B Ringgold is taking his time. He is growing his score. He's at 251,100. He has just a little under 100,000 points to go. And he manages to do it. B Ringgold taking his second game with 370,800 points. Well done. So our next game, we are going to be shifting over to Go Battle. Once again, we are shifting the games over to Go Battle, and we will take a short break to get everything transferred over, and we will see you in a couple minutes. All right, ladies and gents. Hope you enjoyed the break. Got a drink if you needed it. But like I said before, we are starting our next game. We are hopping into Go Battle. If you want to join the current match that we're going to be doing in Go Battle, just go to the Go Battle icon, launch the game, and then it's going to be tournament on the left side. And we will see you there shortly. All right, we have our 8 players, 4 on red, 4 on blue, and we're about to get started with this capture the flag match for the next 10 minutes on Canyon. All right, the game is loading, and we are about to get started. So let's first of all just go over the map. We are playing Capture the Flag, and the main goal of Capture the Flag is just to make sure that you're holding that flag, or someone on your team is holding the flag, for as long as possible. The more time that you hold the flag, the more points you earn, and the more points you earn, the easier it is for your team to win, as Pink Kitty grabs the flag and charges away from the line of green players that are trying to take that from her and grab those scores. We have a multitude of tanks that are fighting in this choke point as Brett the Bully tries to chase down Pink Kitty, but Pink Kitty is charging right into some aliens that are defending those health relics. Those aliens are going to be hostile to both teams, but they do grant you more experience than a regular tank. So if you're able to take the moment to clear out a bunch of aliens, you can take a pretty big experience advantage and catch your enemies by surprise. But Brett the Bully and Whale managed to clear out Pink Kitty and take the flag. And we do have Goji Racer, who's grabbing the flag and just charging away from the other members of the red team. This is going to be a pretty close match if it keeps up like this. We have 2 people that are covering the green flag holders' retreat, and it looks like everyone is starting to collapse and defend that flag holder. But Pink Kitty is right behind him, trying to get a bunch of chip damage, and gets it successfully. But there was no one else on red team in range of the flag, so Whale picks it up uncontested. There is at least one red tank that was able to get some basic damage in, but Pink Kitty is behind enemy lines, charging in, trying to deny that flag, and manages to get it again. But sadly, there was no one else. Oh, but the aliens did manage to play a bit of a spoiler and deal with the green flag holder as they got it, but green still has a chokehold on this point. Will we see another red player grab the flag, or no? Green gets it again. Green is starting to just brought the scores even, but Aaron the Deaf, who previously had the flag, is taken down. But Green manages to get it again as Whale is hunted down by Pink Kitty, and finally someone on red is able to grab that flag again. We'll see if this if this is going to be a continued fight over the flag on the hill, or if they're finally going to be able to get some distance and start racking up some more steady points. But right now, Carter the Stalker is carrying the flag. He's just barely eking around. One more, and there's the final point of damage to take him out. And once again, another player on red managed to get the flag, and it's Zion Pokerface, who is flanked by an armada of bodyguards on both sides. Are they going to be enough to keep him alive, or is Tyler the Cobra going to manage to sneak up from behind and take the flag out from under him? Oh, Tyler the Cobra does manage to get the flag down, but another player's right there. Alexis grabbing the flag right out from under the green team. Is Alexis going to be able to... Oh, Alexis isn't, sadly. This is a very, very close game with neither team really holding onto the flag for more than a few seconds at a time. But Whale's got the flag. He's trying to get out. He's trying to navigate around the friendly and enemy tanks while dealing with the damage drain and the health drain from holding that flag. Each second that you hold the flag, you lose a decent amount of health points, and those health relics only heal up a few points instead of the almost 50 that they normally do. As Whale gets taken out by an alien, but Alexis manages to grab the flag, being in great position, but is taken out by Tyler the Cobra. And who's going to get the flag? It's going to be Tyler the Cobra himself, who is still being gunned down by Pink Kitty. Is Pink Kitty going to be able to? Yes, Pink Kitty does manage to clear it out. Zion Pokerface manages to grab the flag that spawned right in front of him, but Zion's being gunned down by Whale. Is Whale going to be able to clear out the kill and grab the flag? Or is Red Team oh, Whale does take out Zion, but Jake Collins was in perfect position to deny the pickup from Whale. But Victor grabs the flag. This score is very close. You have both teams that are fighting tooth and nail over this objective. Whale does activate his self-destruct bomb, but isn't able to take out anyone with him. But it looks like Pink Kitty dropped the flag for a split second. Who else is going to take the objective next? It is Whale again. Whale just eking out on barely any health. Is he going to be able to get out of there alive? And he does, impressively enough, with just one health and a dream. And that's all you need to be able to keep getting those health kits, keep racking up that score. As long as Green is able to keep control of the center point and the flag location. Oh, but Whale gets absolutely demolished by a bomb. Once again, it is a bloodbath here in the middle, as we have both green and red players. But it looks like, oh, Zion Pokerface did just grab the flag, but it's still anyone's game. It is still up to either team to hold on to that flag and stick with it. Aaron the Deaf manages to pick up the flag, but isn't too excited about running away from the rest of the engagement. As Aaron the Deaf gets taken out by the red team, it is a close game. Green just has a slight lead as Whale has the flag and is charging directly into the enemy and gets taken out himself as well. Who's gonna get it next? Carter the Stalker picks up the flag, but is right in front of two members of the green team who immediately destroy him and take the flag back. We have Sawyer Crimson getting the flag next, but this is a massive engagement. Everyone is after this flag. Tyler the Cobra manages to take it, but is being attacked, enforced, and destroyed by Pink Kitty. Red team finally gets it, as Alexis, who just had the flag, is then immediately destroyed. Pink Kitty just missed the pickup, and Zion Pokerface grabs the flag and is instantly destroyed as well. Who is going to get this? And it looks like Aaron the Deaf grabs the flag, and there's a moment of respite as no one else on red team is close to the hill, is close to be able to defend that flag. We do have some members of red team that are starting to make their way in. Part of the Stalkers right there. Then Alexis. We have Riley the Bullet, Jake Collins, Kai Noose, and Aaron the Deaf is finally take it out, but that's a decent chunk of uncontested points. Guest 960 picks up the flag, is destroyed. Who's next with the flag? We have another member on the green team who manages to get it. Tyler the Cobra, who is destroyed and falls through the earth. Alright, Sawyer Crimson has the flag next, is destroyed. Brett the Bully is destroyed as well. Red team has an almost stranglehold over the hill now as they pick up the flag and get some time to themselves to start racking up some points, start clawing back that deficit. We have Aaron the Deaf and Guest 960 that just managed to get into the hill, and the rest of the green team is starting to make their way now. It's still a close game. We've got a minute to go, and green has a very slight lead. Are they going to be able to stick it? Whale is moving in, trying to take out that flag carrier, and manages to destroy Zion Pokerface, but the flag spawns in the middle of all the red members. We have multiple people trying to get in, trying to destroy that flag carrier. They managed to escape there behind a rock, and it looks like Pink Kitty is just barely defending Carter, who's staying alive just barely with the health drain from carrying the flag. Is Aaron the Deaf going to be able to get there close enough to get that final point of damage? No, they're not. Goji Racer is trying to get that final point of chip damage in with the mortar tank that they're using, but Carter the Stalker is standing behind a rock pillar. They're not taking that damage. It is just barely with 1 second to go, and red finally gets that last few points, and red team wins the first game of Go Battle. Very well done, red team. We're going to be sticking around with Go Battle for our next match, but this next match is going to be King of the Hill. We're going to stick on desert, but King of the Hill plays a little bit differently. You have an attacking team and a defending team, and the attacking team's job is to attack the main tower that's on that hill where that flag was previously spawning. The defending team is to keep the attackers away, and each team has the same amount of time. If neither team is able to destroy the tower, then the team that deals the most damage to the tower is going to take the win. If both teams are able to destroy the tower, then the team that did it faster is going to take the win. And if one team destroys the tower and the other team doesn't, well, the team that destroys the tower is going to be the one that takes the win for the round. So, we have 5 people that are currently in the match, and hopefully we'll see the rest of you guys that were in the previous Capture the Flag match shortly. But we will just going to set you on some music while the lobby fills up, and we'll see you shortly. Alright, we're going to get this next game started. Once again, this is King of the Hill. So each team is going to have 5 minutes to try and take down that tower in the middle, and whichever team does it fastest, or whichever team does the most damage, is going to win. And here we go. Oof. It's a little bit of a rough look for a split second there, but here's that tower that I was talking about. Very large, very imposing, and very dangerous. That tower is able to hold its own, but if enough people manage to sneak through and just get damage on it, that tower won't stand for long. So this race, there aren't any aliens, but there are a bunch of bloodthirsty tanks trying to take each other out, keeping that tower alive, or trying to destroy it into a pile of rubble. As Carter the Stalker is able to get close, get some damage onto the tower, but gets instantly destroyed. That tower is able to hold its own, like I said. As you can tell, Sky the Twin is just being gunned down by that tower, takes a bit of chip damage off. Goji Racer gets close, but isn't able to do a lot of damage to it either. We've got a couple of green members that are getting close to that tower, but aren't able to get a lot of damage on. You can tell that that tower is at pretty much full health. Green team needs to coordinate and push all at the same time and deal damage from multiple different fronts so that tower isn't able to deal with every person as they get there individually. Carter the Stalker is getting gunned down by that tower. He gets a little bit of damage on, but not a lot. Not enough to be able to do anything. We have a few members of green. We've got Zion Pokerface, Sky the Twin, and Goji Racer that are trying to get in, trying to get close enough. But Pink Kitty is managing to hold them back. Pink Kitty clears out Sky the Twin and is able to get some chip damage on Goji Racer. But Goji Racer isn't able to get close enough. Isn't able to deal with that tower. That tower is just tearing everyone to shreds. The tower is taking a little bit of damage, but there's almost 2.5 minutes left on the game, or in the round, and that tower is barely scratched. Green team needs to make sure that they're coordinating, needs to make sure that they're getting close and dealing damage as a singular unit. Because right now they're taking a lot, they're just trickling in, and these towers are able to just able to deal with them very easily. We have Blair One-Eye who's just launching some bombs over to the side. Sky the Twin gets destroyed as well. Are we going to see some more damage from the green team, or is red going to just lock down this defense? Are they going to make sure that their tower doesn't fall at all? We have Danny the Fiend just watching as the tower obliterates another player from green. This is close. Green is starting to group up, starting to get some damage all together. But the red team is right there, able to get a decent amount of damage clear off the attacking tanks. Jay Collins is destroying multiple tanks, but gets burned out by a fire trail. Elliot Creed just gets destroyed as Brett the Bully and Sky the Twin. Well, Brett the Bully gets destroyed. Sky the Twin is the last green tank standing. He's getting some more damage onto that tower, but there's a 1.5 minutes left, and the tower has almost completely full health. Red team is doing an incredible job of defending this objective as Jay Collins pushes into Zion Pokerface and gets stuck in the corner, but gets destroyed by Zion Pokerface. Barely makes it out of there alive. We have Blair One-Eye finishing off Zion Pokerface, and the rest of the green team is still very far away. They might have one final strong group push if they're able to get it off, but they need to make sure that they clear out the red team effectively. But Jay Collins manages to get a clear off on a member of the green team. Sky the Twin is stuck in a fight with Pink Kitty, and Brett the Bully is off by himself on the left side and isn't going to be able to do a lot of damage by himself in 30 seconds. We have the rest of the green team going down the middle, but like I said, they might not be able to get there in time as Jay Collins successfully destroys Brett the Bully that was off to the side, is now dealing with Carter the Stalker, and there's only 2 members of the green team that are within range with 15 seconds to go. We have Zion Pokerface that is stuck in a fight with Pink Kitty, and Tyler the Cobra is trying to get some chip damage off onto the side, but isn't going to be enough with 2 seconds left, and the tower is undestroyed at halftime. interestingly enough, the, the game has decided to give the win, I guess, over to the red team with a very, very commanding lead. So we are going to back out to the main menu, and we are going to head off to our next game, which is going to be Castle Cart. So let's take a few minutes, take a short break, get ready to transfer over to the next game, and we will see you guys in Castle Cart momentarily. We are back. We've got 4 players connected. Oh, had a 5th player for a split second. Hopefully they're going to rejoin shortly. But there we go. But we're going to give about a minute or so just to let anyone else that wants to play in the Castle Cart trickle into this lobby. Just as before, you're going to hit the tournament mode for Castle Cart. It is actually on the top right of the main menu screen. Just make sure that you're hitting tournament mode and not multiplayer. If you just play multiplayer, you're going to connect with anyone else that's local or that's just playing multiplayer, and you won't be in this race. But it looks like we're going to be starting with five racers. We have Jay Collins, B Ringgold, Pink Kitty, Alexis, and guest 378. So let's start this race. 3, 2, 1, and they're off. We have Pink Kitty, who's right behind guest 378, but Alexis takes the commanding lead, but drives straight into a wall as Jay Collins manages to pass, but then gets past themselves. Alexis is on a tear, managing to get a bunch of those boosts through and is currently sitting comfortably in first place. Jay Collins and B Ringgold in second and third, respectively, but Pink Kitty manages to take third, and this is going to be a close race. Alexis still in a commanding lead. And will we see Jay Collins? Will we see Jay Collins take the lead from Alexis? There, Alexis looks so far ahead that you can't even see them on Jay Collins' screen. We'll see if Alexis is able to maintain that lead. But right now they've got a commanding lead over everyone else in the race. And as long as they keep picking up those power ups and avoid driving into any of those obstacles, it looks like it's their race to lose at this point. Alexis with a massive lead, collecting all those boosts, manages to run into a log and spin out. But is that lead gonna be insurmountable? They're still very strong at this point. Pink Kitty and Jay Collins are fighting over second place right next to each other, but Alexis is far and away in the lead. And Alexis does manage to pass the finish line. Pink Kitty and Jay Collins are right next to each other. Who is going to take second place as Jay Collins is right up there? Is Jay Collins going to pass the finish line as well? And it looks like he actually already did with Pink Kitty in third place. Now we're looking to see who's in fourth and who's in fifth. Guess 378 looks like they passed the final finish line as well. And B Ringgold, it looks like they have one more lap to go. There are 17 seconds left in this race. Is B Ringgold going to manage to pass that final finish line and avoid DNFing? And they do. We have Alexa taking first, Pink Kitty in second, Jay Collins in third, Guest 378 in fourth, and B Ringgold in fifth. Let's get another run of those races started, shall we? Castle Kart races tend to be relatively short and easy. We have another tournament matchup. So once again, just hit that button in the top right. You'll join the tournament, and as soon as we have a few people here, we'll give it about a minute or two. We will get this next match started. All right, we've got 5 players back. Jay Collins, Alexis, Pink Kitty, Guest 514, and B Ringgold. Gonna give it about another few seconds, just see if we're gonna have a sixth person join in, or if it's gonna be these 5 sticking with the final race of Castle Kart. All right, let's get this race started. Race is gonna start in 3, 2, 1, and go. All right, looks like we've got B Ringgold who's starting in the lead this time. But is he gonna hold it? No, Pink Kitty and Alexis both overtake very quickly. Pink Kitty is managing to hold first place for now. Will they manage to maintain it as well as Alexis did in the previous race as B Ringgold takes first and manages to sneak by Pink Kitty? But B Ringgold drives straight into a barrel and gets passed by Pink Kitty and Jay Collins. Pink Kitty's man is going through all those power ups, making sure that they deny him from the other competitors, and almost gets back to back boosts, but misses the second one. Jumps over the log, manages to get the rocket, and and is in a absolute terror right now. But Pink Kitty is still within view of the second place racer, Alexis, who wants to make sure that they maintain their crown. But Jay Collins manages to pass through Alexis, get second place, but is still within range of Pink Kitty. Is Pink Kitty going to manage to hold first place, or are they going to get past the last second by Jay Collins, who grabs a boost, grabs a second boost, and is in first place now? Jay Collins at the final stretch, just almost there, and passes the finish line. In first place, Pink Kitty is right there with Alexis in third place. And will the other 3 competitors manage to make their way across the finish line? Alexis does. Guest 514, have you crossed the finish line? Not just yet. And that is it. Guess 514 across the finish line. Now it's up to B Ringgold. Will they make it across the finish line? There is 23 seconds left. Are they going to make it? Are they going to pass, or are they going to DNF the race? 13 seconds left, and it looks like they're on their final checkpoint. Are they going to make it? It looks like it's going to be close with 6 seconds left, and they managed to make it across the finish line, avoiding a DNF. With Jay Collins in first, Alexis in second, Pink Kitty third, Guest 514 in fourth, and B Ringgold in fifth. And that is it for Castle Kart, but we have one more game left. We're going to do one final race in Go Bikes. We will see you guys there momentarily. All right, we are at our final game. We are at Go Bikes. And since it's summer, might as well stick with a more warm and a temperate map. So we are going to be racing on the island today. Once again, you're going to be joining the tournament. It's going to be right in the middle of the screen when you launch Go Bikes, and we will hopefully see all of our previous competitors join in this final race of Go Bikes and see who will be the fastest to cross around the island. All right, we've got our previous competitors all lined up, so we're going to get this race started. And it's currently loading in, but here we go. A very nice island retreat, and it's time to see who's going to take the lead with the final race of the night. Currently, B Ringgold is in the lead. But this is a very tight race so far. Alexis, Jay Collins, Guest, Pink Kitty, and B Ringgold all overtaking each other. We don't know who's going to win just yet, but right now Alexis and Jay Collins appear to be jockeying for first and second place apiece. Alexis and Jay Collins neck and neck right next to each other as they round the first corner. Who's going to take the lead? Who's going to come in second? Are any of the other three racers going to come from behind and manage to have an upset win? As Jay Collins is comfortably in the lead right now, but Alexis is still nipping at his heels, it looks like. Oh, but B Ringgold manages to sneak up from behind as someone grabs an item bomb or an item box and launches a rock down the road. Jay Collins is going around the dark side of the island, staying cool in the shade, as everyone else is right behind him, just barely in second and through to fifth. It looks like Alexis and B Ringgold are both competing for second place now, as Jay Collins is just barely off the track. Is he going to be able to recover, or are Alexis or B Ringgold going gonna manage to steal first place from him. He respawns and goes up the left side as B Ringgold and Alexis are both following right behind him. They, it is such a close race at this point. Jake Collins is just barely ahead of B Ringgold. As you can see with his screen, Jake Collins is getting close to that jump. Is he going to be able to make it, or is he going to land in the water? But B Ringgold is right behind him, bouncing off the walls. Is B Ringgold going to be able to stay in control, to take control of first place? Oh, B Ringgold falls behind. Jake Collins successfully makes the jump. Alexis is right there at the jump as well. Are they going to be able to make it over successfully, or are they going to land in the water as well? Oh, Alexis is getting over, but just falls short. Don't forget to use those boosts for those jumps, guys. Guest is right there in second place, and we have 3 people that are in line for that jump. Are these 3 people going to make it? Guest just barely makes it across. B Ringgold into the water, and Alexis also into the water. Jake Collins looks like they're in a very comfortable first place, but Guest might not be too far behind. B Ringgold and Alexis, will see if they're able to make it across that jump, and it doesn't look like it just yet. Jake Collins is getting close. He's crossing the bridge over to the final island, but Guest is right behind him. Is Guest going to be able to make up that difference? Is Guest going to be able to get close enough to contend for first place? Or is Jake Collins going to manage to win it? Jake Collins is taking the shorter route and is just barely a stone's throw away from the finish line. Guest just crossed over to the final island as well. Is Guest going to take the long road or the short, more steep way? They take the shorter route. Jake Collins is on the final stretch, just within vision of that finish line. Guest is also getting very close, getting just inches away from that finish line. Jake Collins crosses the bridge, and that finish line is at the bottom of the hill, and it looks like Jake Collins has easily taken first place. Well done, Jake Collins, with just under 4 minutes for that win. Guest is coming up behind, is going to be finishing the race in about 30 seconds or so, if that. And hopefully, B Ringgold is on the final island as well. Maybe B Ringgold is going to be able to channel and steal second place out from under Guest, but it would take almost a miracle at this point, as Guest is heading down that hill, is about to pass the finish line, and follows up, sitting right next to Jake Collins in second place with 4 minutes 27 seconds. B Ringgold is almost at the finish line. Just a little bit more. He's in the final stretch. Is he going to be able to make it across that bridge? Is he going to be able to make it before the race ends? Because we have 30 seconds until this race ends. B Ringgold is at the final stretch, crossing that final bridge, heading down the hill, and going to pass that finish line in third place. Alexis is sadly still stuck at that boost. That jump can be really tough. Just make sure that you're pedaling hard and pedaling fast so you get the speed that you need to go over that jump. But sadly, with 8 seconds left, I don't think Pink Kitty or Alexis are going to be placing in this race, and will sadly DNF and will not finish. But congratulations to Jay Collins in first place with 3 minutes 56 seconds, Guest in second with 4 minutes 27, and finally B Ringgold in third with 4 minutes and 56 seconds. And that's going to be it for our Summer Thursday. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for participating. One of the main reasons why we're doing this is to keep people active, keep people on these bikes, and keep people exercising. So we hope to see you guys here next week. And once again, thank you so much. And from Blue Goji, from here in Austin, have a good night, have a good 4th of July, and enjoy the fireworks tomorrow.